right, Pickle. Today is not Thanksgiving, sadly.
Sadly.
But in 48 hours,
Let's go.
it will be Thanksgiving, which, as we've stated many times, literally every day on this show for 1,698 episodes, is the best day of the year.
Hard stop.
Argue with your mom.
Hard stop.
Don't argue with me. I'm right.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been more right about something.
That is fair. I don't like to admit that you're right, but with this one, I
I'm
agree.
spot on. It's the best day of the year. So, in preparation for the best day of the year, you got to get your ducks in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Got to get your turkeys in a row, so to speak.
Thank you.
Make sure that you've got everything exactly where it needs to be
Mm-hmm.
at the right time. Because here's the thing, Pickle. It is the best day, but it is only one day.
Yes.
You've got 24 hours to make the most out of it.
And you
Now-
have 364 days to mentally be prepared for go time.
And let me address something from the get-go. One of the things that has come about recently, I think, and maybe we're just getting old or it's always happened and we've just become aware of it.
Fair.
The Wednesday night before Thanksgiving has apparently become like a big going out night.
Yeah.
It's become a big party night.
Yeah.
Going out, and I think it makes sense,
Mhm.
especially if you go home for Thanksgiving. Hey, I'm gonna go meet some old buddies
Yep.
out at an adult
Local
establishment.
Watering hole.
Yeah, a watering hole. I think Thanksgiving is too precious
Yes.
to mess with the possibility of not being your best self on Thanksgiving.
I told you that I kept seeing that, and I'm from a small town where there are a couple local watering holes, and I'm still in the age that's perfectly normal to go out and stuff. And I never would do it the night before. I have to be in a good mindset. My stomach has to feel great the next day. I don't need a headache. I don't need a queasy stomach. I need to be on my P's and Q's.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay. So I'm not do what you want to do. It's the best day of the year. Live your best life.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I'm probably getting a good night's sleep.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm probably in bed by 10.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Hard stop.
I'm going to need to prepare my body, prepare my temple
Mm-hmm.
for what is going to be the best day of the year.
Could not agree more.
So now that we've got that out of the way, what I want to do is I want to put together the perfect Thanksgiving day. Okay? How does the day flow? What are you going to be doing? When and where? Because there's a few landmarks, right? Obviously, there's dinner.
Mm-hmm.
You'll need to eat, right? But there's a lot of other various and sundry things about this. I'm not sure how you want to do this, but let's start with this. We'll start with this. What time are you waking up?
For me, when I'm hosting, and I'm going that I'm hosting Thanksgiving because that's where my mindset is right now. Last time I hosted, woke up about 6:30.
6:30.
Alarm went off at 6:30. Now I give myself that extra 30 minutes of knowing that I need to be up and functioning by 7.
Yes.
But 6:30 is when my alarm's going off. I can embrace the smell of the day, get excited, brush my teeth, brush my hair, and get ready to go.
Okay. All right. So 6:30.
6:30 is when my alarm's going off.
I probably won't have a choice in the matter.
That's fair. You have children.
So I'll wake up when they wake up.
Mm-hmm.
But my guess is that I'll be up not far after that, maybe 7:30.
Yeah.
Might make it to 7:30. Okay. So then now I'm just gonna open it up to you. Well, let's just start with the morning.
Okay.
What's the perfect morning looking like for you?
So for me, like I said, it's going to be getting to the point of I know that 7 a.m. is go time. So that means coffee's happening at 7. We will have coffee in hand at 7.
This is also, by the way, Thanksgiving because we are around here we drink delicious community coffee.
Yes.
And we drink it out of the pods.
Yes.
Out of the very popular pod-based coffee thing. We have one of those at home.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'll be on the road, but I'll just say this. We also have a coffee pot. That's a big coffee pot day.
Yes.
I'm getting out the coffee pot because I'm going to want to go over and
a
top
couple
it.
of them.
Exactly.
If you have one of the mugs that reheats your coffee, this is another one because you'll drink it and stuff, and then it'll all of a sudden you'll get to doing 17 things, and then you're like,
Yes.
my coffee.
Yes. One of the best things I ever bought my wife
Mm-hmm.
after we had Hank was I bought her one of those again, they're not a sponsor, so I want to be careful. Those super insulated mugs
Yes.
that like with a lid that are a brand name
Uh-huh.
that like
An
keep
aluminum
it warm.
mug,
Exactly, because
yeah.
like when you have kids, you're just leaving your coffee everywhere, and then you
Mhm.
come back. And I can't microwave my coffee.
Uh-huh.
My wife will microwave her coffee 15 times.
15
It's
times, yeah.
crazy. She
Yeah.
got it from her dad. Anyway, go on.
So I'm going 7 a.m. That's coffee, and that's when the prep in the kitchen starts to happen. The parade comes on at 7:30.
Mm-hmm.
So parade is on the TV from 7:30 until 11. And this is a big reason why when you're
Can I correct you?
yes
8:30.
8:30.
I'm reading it
Oh,
right
is
now.
it Eastern time? Is
8:30 to noon in all time zones. So,
really?
it's on 8:30 there, and then I guess we have to wait for it in God's time zone here in Central Time.
Yeah.
This is what I'm getting this from USA Today.
Okay.
Maybe that's incorrect, but that's what I'm reading.
All right. Well, they would know.
8:30.
So, okay, regardless. So, whenever the parade is on the entirety, which is another thing to think about when you're purchasing a living space
Mhm.
is can I see the TV from the kitchen
Oh, yeah.
for Thanksgiving? 'Cause
That's huge.
key.
That's huge for a variety of times.
Yes.
Especially huge on Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
That's huge.
So from 7:30 until like 11, that's when I'm doing all of the sides. Because you've got like, and it's always the stuff like dressing takes a long time to make. If you make homemade dressing, it's
Mhm.
a long process. So that's something you need to look at and go, okay, GBC, super easy to put together, takes 30 or 40 minutes in the oven. So you need to
Mhm.
like think about that. So all of my sides that specifically need the oven time will be made from like 7:30 to 11
Now,
while
and,
parade's going
and
on.
we should also back up here. If you are doing a full bird and you're roasting a whole bird, that bad boy's got to be in there probably around then too. Like
Yes.
first thing go. Now you and I believe
Yes.
have a turkey that is already cooked,
Mhm.
and then although my father-in-law's handling the cooking, but yes, I'm with you on that one.
Yes.
That is worth mentioning. Please cook your turkey.
Yeah.
The official stance, we condemn in the strongest possible terms not cooking your turkey.
Yes.
Okay.
Also, don't blow up your turkey
Yes.
if you are frying it.
I've got a hot take.
Okay.
I don't mind the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Okay?
Right.
Until the balloons get there, it's not interesting.
That's fair.
Okay? Because
You don't
here's
like
the
the
thing. That's a
dancers?
3.5 hour parade.
Mhm.
Okay? It's 3.5 hours.
But it's 3.5 hours of Al Roker, and you know how I feel about
I do
him
love Al
and his-
Roker. We've got a lot of. Well, this is a pro Al Roker podcast.
It is.
I'm just saying that I don't need to see a number from the new Broadway musical.
That's
I don't
fair.
need to see this. Here's what I want.
The Rockettes are great, though, and I will push
Sure,
back
sure.
if you don't like the Rockettes
No,
performance.
Rockettes are great. Here's what I want to see in the parade.
Mm-hmm.
I want bands. Like I want high school bands and
Yep.
college bands.
Bands are
And I
cool.
want balloons. That's what I want.
That's fair.
Like these. Like
You
one
have
of-
to like Tom the Turkey, and you also have to like Santa at the end.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, once the balloons get there,
Yeah.
let's rock, baby. Let's
The
go.
balloons are cool.
But like for the first 90 minutes of that parade,
Yeah.
or well, to be clear, the broadcast of the parade,
Mhm.
because I think they're towards the end. I don't know what the route is, but I know it comes down and they go on Macy's
Mhm.
and go by the Macy's. Until the balloons get there, it's just like, oh well, here comes Cher to sing a song.
Yeah. I like having it on as background noise. I will
Mhm.
actually, when I notice that it's getting, in the Rockettes or something, I'm going to sit down for. If it's an artist I really, really like, I might do it. But when it gets to the balloons and then the very end, like I actually stop to watch Tom the Turkey go
Mhm.
and Santa.
Mm-hmm. This seems like a good. I think that's this is a smart morning. This is a smart morning. You want to have it on. You want to have it in the background, right? I think it's great background noise.
Mm-hmm.
It'll distract children, for
Which is
example,
great.
because they'll have big. Especially again, that's the other thing is from my perspective, I need the parade to distract my kids.
Yes.
And so
And the balloons do that.
And Cher ain't gonna do that, but Chase from the Paw Patrol, you better believe he's locking
we are
in.
losing our minds.
He's locking in. Okay, so I agree with you. Now here's an important question.
Mm-hmm.
What's the breakfast situation?
See, I don't.
At
Because-
all.
No, because, and I'll get to this, we eat early. Like, we don't do Thanksgiving dinner, so I don't need to eat. Now, that being said, if I have a lot of coffee and I start being like, okay, I've had all this coffee and no, like,
Yeah.
food, then I might eat like a granola bar or something like that. But the other thing is too, I tend to find myself when I'm doing all this cooking kind of picking at stuff
Yeah.
with ingredients throughout the days. So I
See,
I have to stop myself from picking too much.
see
is the
my
issue.
see my wife
My wife.
is a big she's big into like the breakfast casserole.
Huge.
And
That's
so-
us on Christmas.
Yeah, we do that on Christmas too. She just likes the breakfast casserole, which is great. I have to intentionally be smart
Yes.
and say no. Okay, Greg, you can have
One
a
square.
piece.
Yeah.
You can have a nice little square.
And that's
Then you're
it.
gonna back off because we're not gonna graze, we're not gonna pick.
Yep.
Like that. Because we're going to my in-laws' house, and my in-laws are very big into. They're gonna have like 3 or 4 before, like in the 2 hours before dinner. They're gonna have 3 or 4 little things out, like
Yes.
to graze on. Right? They're gonna have like the relish tray, and they're gonna have like maybe like chips and a dip.
A
or something like
charcuterie
that.
board.
A charcuterie board.
Yeah.
Something like that. And I'll go graze barely. But I am about that.
Yeah.
I need to save up for the main event.
Yeah. So I don't worry about breakfast. Breakfast is
Okay.
least of my priorities
Okay.
in that day.
So then here's the first real question.
Mhm.
Let's say it gets to 11:30.
Mhm.
Dog show or football? Lions or
Dog show.
okay.
Yeah, I do dog show because it usually comes on after the parade. It's kind of fun, and then I'm saving all my footballness for the boys.
Oh, so you don't watch the Lions at all?
We'll throw it on after the dog show, but I'm at that point. I mean, it's getting down to like crunch time. Okay, with everything else that I got going on.
Okay, so then I guess that's a good way to segue into this.
We will definitely put it on for the men that are there, not really doing much though.
Thumbs up. Shout out Brothers in Arms. Okay, then here's the question. What time are you eating dinner?
Okay, so here's the thing. So 11 is when I need my sides to be basically done, and we're gonna kind of set those aside. That's funny. Because 11, I need to be clearing the deck to put our turkey in, and we've said this. We
Yes.
do a different type of turkey. It takes 2 hours. You have to heat the turkey for 2 hours. So from 11 to 1, I want the turkey being heated. At that point, at like 11:30, I'll go actually get ready and put on like a face of makeup and all that stuff because guests are likely coming over around 12:30.
Okay.
So my thought is have the turkey getting the house smelling really good and be about 30 minutes from being done when people start arriving.
Mm-hmm.
Because with those turkeys, you do have to let them sit out and cool for
Yeah,
a good amount of time. So if it gets done at 1, it's got from 1 to 1:30 to cool. At 1:30, we start carving the bird, and then we're eating at 2.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So you are like Thanksgiving late lunch
Yes. Yes.
is what you're doing.
110%. You say grace at like 1:50, everyone loads up the plates, and then you're feasting by 2.
See, we're moseying through the day, right? We're having a good time. We're cooking kind of throughout the course of the day. But our dinner time is usually about 4.
Oh, wow.
Now that's still early dinner. You know,
Yeah.
for
Oh,
like
yeah.
if you were at a 4:00 dinner today, you'd be like, cool beans, Grandma. You know, but 4:00 is when we'll do dinner because to me, and this is the critical timing portion of it. I want to be done, and I want to be laying on a couch and taking a nap at halftime of the Cowboys game. Okay? So that's the critical juncture here. Cowboys kick off at 3:30. Okay? Halftime, let's just say 4:45, 5-ish, right? I want to sleep through halftime, and I want to wake up in the middle of third quarter. That is the ideal nap. Because that would be about a 40-minute spacer,
Yeah.
about a 40, 45-minute spacer, the perfect amount of nap. I don't want to watch Creed or whoever's playing at halftime of the Cowboys game. So that's where I'm at. That's to me. I want to that's a needle I want to thread.
So see, that's where we're a little bit different because I would rather, and this is probably just because I'm that big of a Cowboys fan. I want to eat from like 2 to 3, and I want those 25 minutes for everyone to lock in, and the kitchen is being clean from like 3 to 3:25, and then the moment 3:25 comes in, it is Cowboys. I'm hosting. I want to watch the Cowboys game. I don't want to be cooking. I don't want to be eating. I don't want to be cleaning up after people. I want to be done and saying, hey, Cowboys game starts at 3:25. We are all sitting here on the couch and doing that. And so then I usually try to nap in the third quarter and wake up by fourth quarter.
Okay. See, that's and that I think we've just gotten to the core of football fandom here.
Yes.
Is it like Cowboys are like the local team and they're cool, but I'm not a Cowboys fan. And so like if I miss the Cowboys game, like okay.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. It's
I
like,
do not want to be eating during
that's
the
really
Cowboys
interesting.
game.
Yeah. So we may have it on in the other room, stuff like that, and like give it a glance or something. But like, okay, so you're gonna be locked in.
Yeah, I hate eating during the Cowboys game.
Okay, so then now,
because then it's distracting me from like my food too. Like I want to enjoy both of those things separately and get the most bang out of my buck than trying to like overlap them and only half enjoying portions of them.
So then now let's get back to so now dinner's over. The Cowboys have farted around and found a way to beat the Commanders.
Correct.
What does Thanksgiving evening look like?
So at that point, and I think it's very worth noting that every time after the Cowboys game is usually when like dessert kind of resurfaces, and it's like,
You're having second dessert.
Yeah, I've had time to let my food settle, and I didn't get a piece of that insert great dessert here. Maybe I should go have some of that, and that's usually 2, and I like to participate in this with all the elderly folks. Like a nice cup of decaf coffee with a dessert to kind of settle the stomach. That's what's really good. And then usually with our family, following that second dessert is when maybe board games kind of come out. So big Yahtzee family, we usually have a couple glasses of wine, enjoy some Yahtzee, and then at that point, it's time for people to start going home that evening. And the moment everyone gets home, moment that they leave my house, instantly into comfy clothes, not hesitating anything else.
What's the dress code? What's gonna be the dress code at Shea Pickle this week?
Most of it's pretty standard. Most girls wear sweaters or dresses or something like that, and then the guys are polo, or my dad is notoriously going to be in one of his Magellan shirts, his nice button-down Magellan shirt.
Why are you saying it like that? He's dressing up for you.
He is.
Like,
yeah, it's got a collar.
Thank you, Lance. Thank you for dressing up for Thanksgiving. Like I've got his back on this one. Absolutely, he should be wearing that. That's one of the things because we have to pack, and I have to know like what is expected of me. Like, can I? Because I'm not gonna roll around in sweatpants.
Right. Yeah, like a full-on long-sleeve button-down shirt, not necessary, but everyone wears a little bit of the nicer clothes.
We might try to find a movie. I might try to find a movie afterwards. And that is also the first time that a Christmas movie is available to my kids.
There you go.
Because it's like Thanksgiving's over at that point.
Yeah.
We can get into Christmas. If you want to watch Frosty or you want to watch something, we can find a Christmas movie. Or
Love
that.
that.
We're not doing that.
I think we did that last year maybe, or the last time we were up here. We watched the Cowboys and then we transitioned over to like Elf or something like that.
Right. So, okay. It sounds like a great day, Pickle.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I'm really excited.
Do you know what? Okay, technically, this is our Tuesday show. Tonight is turkey pickup day for me.
Oh, wow.
Tuesday night. As soon as I leave the office, straight to the bird shop.
Straight to the bird shop. Straight to the aviary.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we hope everybody has a fantastic Thanksgiving because Thanksgiving is, of course, the best day of the year. Reminder, this is the last show. We'll do final thoughts here. This is the last show of the week. We are going to be dark the rest of the week. We'll be back on Monday. But a couple of reminders. One, there's a live game on Bally Sports Southwest on Saturday night. I don't know if I'm allowed to say.
I don't think they've announced. I don't even think at this point tomorrow they would have announced it.
It's Saturday night, and I think it's the only Saturday night game. So go look that up. And then, but then of course we'll have Friday night. It'll be it'll be Dave Campbell's Texas Football Tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So you can just load up and you can watch everything, right? So watch Texas Football Tonight on Friday night, and then you can watch Bally Sports Southwest on Saturday night.
Yeah.
For the game that Craig Way and I will be on the call with CT Steckel, followed by High School Scoreboard Live. So you can have all that. Of course, we've got everything you need on TexasFootball.com. Big week of college football as well. So just lock in, guys.
Yeah, ton of live games. Like quite literally, there will be live games on Dave Campbell's Texan Live from 10 a.m. till probably about 10:30 p.m.
Yeah.
Full day on Friday.
Full day. It's a big day because it's the best weekend of the year.
Correct.
Best week of the year.
Happy Thanksgiving,
Happy
everybody.
Thanksgiving, everybody. That's going to do it for us. Thanks for spending a little bit of your day with us. Hey, thanks for watching this clip here on YouTube. If you like this kind of stuff and you want more of it, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And remember, you can watch us live every weekday at noon at TexasFootball.com, Facebook, Twitch, or here on YouTube. And if you want more of the best coverage of football in the state of Texas, check out TexasFootball.com and become a Dave Campbell's Texas Football Insider at TexasFootball.com/subscribe.